Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Introducing universal human values is the need of the hour, especially in almost all the curriculum. Basically, in our system, what we are trying to do is, we are concentrating more on technology, more on skills. And most of the time, the glorification of technology is up to the core, where we have started forgetting what is called the concept of morality, or what we call it as the human values. See, when we were children, we come from the rural background, we belong to the joint families in our days. It was a very huge family where we always used to have an attachment, where our grandmother used to tell us folk stories, there are a lot of morality in them, and we used to read Panchatantra, we used to read a lot of Indian folk tales and all cultural tales and so on and so forth, where the imagination of a child as an educationist, as an academician, if it does just look into what exactly is happening, where exactly we are lost. See, imagination of the child at the primary level, I think it is costing us very heavily, because most of the time, when my grandmother was telling me a tale, when a magician used to cross 7 seas. See, imagine a small kid of 4 or 5 years imagining a magician crossing 7 seas. Because we never saw a sea during our childhood. See, the imagination of an individual, the imagination of a child, imagination, creativity of a student needs to be strengthened at every point of time. And when we were students, we used to study what is called the moral science. There used to be a separate paper, used to be a separate teacher who used to teach us moral science. There used to be a lot of moral values and so on and so forth. So basically, because of the technology, glorification of technology, where we are missing the link is, we have forgotten what is called the concept of these human values and the morality. And we have to tell our students, this generation, because this is the need of the hour, because of the nucleus family. In almost all urban cities, you have the husband, wife, both of them are very busy working. You have a son, you have a daughter, you have a very big bungalow universities. So all the 4 sits in 4 rooms. The mother calls the son to have the dinner through your WhatsApp. And what is happening to the concept of family communication, which is a very alarming situation, especially this country, though our National Education Policy 2020 has an answer to all these questions. So basic thing is, we have to involve basically these moral values, what is called the universal human values, in our curriculum. We should see to it our younger generation is involved with us. See, basically the thinking of ours was, it is my country, it is my nation, it is my state, my language, my relatives, my friend's friend, he is from this place. See, all these relationships we had, but most of the time, because of technology, if you have an individual, isolated child, isolated student, where it will give a lot of negative thinking, negative concepts. And I really do not know what depression is, especially. Even today, I do not know what the depression is. Many of my students, they come and tell me, sir, results are delayed, I am in depression since 15 days. I really do not understand. So we have to train them in the field of these human values. We have to strengthen their thinking. We have to tell them this involvement and love and affection towards the country, our history, our culture. So all these things will definitely strengthen. And I think when I was in Koppal University, we had a lot of some certificate courses on these universal human values courses, where even the rural students had an excellent opportunity to have an excellent exposure. And I think in the coming days, we may have to think seriously on these lines, where we may have to introduce these universal human values in the curriculum. Unless we introduce and we try to work it out, so I think this nation definitely will have to face a lot of problems. So I think as the academic leaders of this country, I think all of us, we have the greater responsibility of strengthening this India. Thank you very much.